Hey everybody, hey. Just on already another comment. We're back. Just waiting on everybody else to join. If you're ready, let me see you drop some fire emojis in the chat. Watch them are rolling, man. All right, so everybody's coming from class. Everybody ready to collect them gems over here today? So we have our two troublemakers here already. We have Allison. Hi, Allison. Hi, Candice. Hi, Tamia. All right, so everybody's taking their time coming on. So we have a wonderful topic for you guys this week, which I know will be beneficial to a lot of us being marketing students and into many other aspects of our lives. We have some people here who are, they're in the field of foods, and so they're able to, learn about brand management and how you can go into events, right? So we have it all here at Utech FMA. We have all the gems for you today. We have all the information that we need for future endeavors that would be very beneficial to you. So for all those who are entrepreneurs, brand management, right? So Candice, no man on come with you. What are you talking about, Candice? So Candice said them deserve us. Them ever early, right? Always early. But Candice, you deserve a star as well. Okay, I was there early. So Tamia, Alison, and Candice deserve their stars. If you're here, let me know that you're here by commenting in the comment section. Send those fire emojis over. Send those fire emojis. Because you know we think at over here and you take FMA at every week. Right? So let's send those fire emojis and let's get our thing started. So Abby came, Abby said we're there early too. Hi Abigail, how are you this week? How's everybody? I realized I did not ask you guys how you're all doing. So Abby said she switched to her laptop. Abby is always here for Trina. Alright, so I have Abby, Tammy, and Candice. So Abby said she wants to leave. Girl, I can definitely agree with you on that. You know, Jamaican parents at certain hours come. I need to get up. As morning light and you have to wake up. And when you tired, what you do for tired? I'm using my brain half of the day, like the entire day actually. I'm so tired. If you guys see me looking here, I'm looking on the screen for the comments. All right, so it's now 3:10 p.m. and I have now called our meeting to order. And I want to welcome you all back again. We're at it again, another Thursdays. Thursdays are a day, and like social media team always says, thank God it's, you thought I was going to say Friday, but thank God it's a Thursday. So we're back again and we're here to collect our gems. We're here to have fun, to de-stress. A lot of us are coming from class. And I just want to thank you all for coming every week. Coming every week and being here with us, collecting all the gems, interacting, collecting that information, going back, sharing with friends, and just interacting on our social media page. We want to thank you for always showing up and showing out for your Utech FMA family. So I want Chavez to join us on screen, as we can't do anything without prayer. Anything without God, it's just not possible, right? Everything with him though is possible. So I want to have Chavez join me on screen to conduct our prayer for today. So while we wait on Chavez, we have some comments. So Javi said he's wondering how the semester finished so far, right? I don't know. Something about the time is moving rather flashy. Like it's moving like flash at this point. And Tammy said she had all four of her test one the same time. That's crazy. Abby says she's not complaining at the time gone. And then we'll get some more time to, relax our brain, relax our bodies. But at the same time, we're not gonna miss it. Like we're not gonna there Thursday daytime, we're not gonna miss it. We're not gonna miss it, right? We're not gonna miss my face. Mano. So semester two just go by, just fly by. That's right, Alison. Oh, so Tammy said it's on the same weekend, not the same day that you had all four tests. Because I was wondering what was happening. Candy says, "Summer me, please." All right, Candice. All right, Candice. Everybody go with such a mechanism. Candice and Tammy, that is. Oh my God, Abby wants to part with us. Abby says some time apart will be good for the soul. Abby really don't want. All right, Abby. All right. Okay. No hard feelings. No hard feelings. I'm just waiting on summer like Candice because boy, I just need the time, honestly. I just think I don't think I know I need the time. I definitely need the time. All right, so we're still waiting on Shabby to join for our prayer. Not going ahead without our prayer because we have to put everything we do and everything we say in the hands of God. No matter the time, no matter the hour, no matter the day, no matter where, no matter what we're doing. I know it's virtual, but at the same time, we have to give God thanks that we're all here. So while we wait on Shaveh to come and grace us with her prayer, what has this week or how has this week been for you? I know some persons have classes Fridays to Saturdays, so we have not completed our school week as yet. But how has the school week been for you this week? How are you coping? How are your classes? For me, I always want to fall asleep in my class, and that's because not because I want to, but that's really because I have mainly evening classes, so that's 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock, and best believe it's draining. It is draining, and then because I work at the same time, say you know how that go. You know how that go. So Javi said, if Java sleep in about 4 class this week, I have not fell asleep in any class. I think there was this instance though, where I fell asleep before the class started, and that's because I was staying up the night before to do an assignment, and I forgot to set my alarm to wake up for that class. I stayed up from about after 1 to about I think 9 in the morning because I had an assignment to submit, and I submitted the assignment sometime after 9, and then I went to sleep for my class at 2. And I don't know how me never wake up, but it is what it is. All right, so we have I'll be saying that this week was just test, 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 but they're done for now. Plus my brain is fried. Right, I want to see a river, but somewhere do you mean? Duns River has been on my mind for some time. I don't know. But yeah, I agree with you on that part. And with the test though, like I got a test this week. I don't know if it was the time that I got. I don't know. I wasn't confident in that test. I was not confident in that test at all. But we have to do what we have to do. And if it is that I might have to just stay the semester with another test or assignment, I might just have to do that. Second is a back of the class with confidence. Boy, at this point, I don't know if I should agree with you or disagree. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm probably middle because I still get what I have. I still do what I have to do and get what I have to get done. It's not like I'm there not doing anything, you know? I'm doing what I have to do. Hi, Annalise. Everybody, Annalise here. We have Annalise now. We have a new member in our chat. She's not a new member, but a new addition to the comment section. So so Annalise said, Anelia, sorry, and then say all I'm saying school isn't school. I never school not school. I'm a brain now, brain. I don't know. I've just been wanting face to face school. Like I really, really want face to face school because I am that learner. I'm better when
Hi.
Hi Shami.
Good evening, everyone.
How are
How are you,
you?
Nayoka?
I'm great,
I'm
I'm
doing
great.
great. Okay, so let's pray. Okay, so Heavenly Father God, I want to thank you once again for bringing us here to yet another FMA meeting. We are at the we're at the middle of the semester, and that's where you are carrying us through. I hope that you will continue to keep us safe in our going out and our coming in. Protect our families, our friends, our loved ones. I want to thank you for health, strength, and everything else. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen and amen. Thank you for that, Shami.
All right. Thank
So we
you.
have Tanisha. Thank you, honey. So we have Tanisha in the comment section. Hey, Tanisha. All right. So we're now waiting on the fun. We're getting into the fun part. I mean, every part of the session is fun. You know, talking to me is fun, of course. But we're getting into the part of the meeting where we break the ice, right? I know we call it our icebreaker session. And I'm going to invite on screen with me Candice for our icebreaker session. Yes, troublemaker number one, not number two. Tamia is number two. So troublemaker number one is coming on screen to do our icebreaker event or icebreaker activity for this week. Last week we had a wonderful icebreaker session, and you know this week will not disappoint. So we're just waiting on Candice to join. I'm doing all right, Tanisha. I'm doing good. I can't complain. I have life. Um, yeah, just happy to be here. How are you doing? Perfect, Tanisha. Oh, catch teeth, now. The
I
lady is
don't
gracing the
like
screen.
I don't like how you said troublemaker number one. No, I'm not a troublemaker. Don't do
What are
that.
you? You're a joker then. Okay. It's a joker, guys. It's not troublemaker. Sorry.
Don't do that. But hi, how are you doing?
Hi. I'm good, I'm good, I'm good, I'm
You look
good.
like you're ready to break the ice,
Yeah,
start things
definitely.
up. All
Mm-hmm.
right, so before I start, Nayaka, come tell me digital app. Tell me the ones that you know.
So I know Bape, I know Go Loud, I
Mm-hmm.
know My Digital App, I know
Mm-hmm.
Game Nation, I know
Mm-hmm.
Loop,
Yes,
and
I
that's
love
just it.
that.
Five,
I,
five.
I love that. I
Oh, the
love that.
sports map. So I know six,
Exactly.
right?
Your apps. I was
Hmm.
just about to say to you, say you're missing one, but you know the
Mm-mm.
apps. So you know the apps, but you really know the apps. So I'm going to play a little game with you and everybody else in the comments.
Yes.
So we're gonna play two truths and one lie, digital edition. So I'm going to tell you the app. Persons in the comment, they're going to have to download the app, show proof of download, have it on your phone, sign in, and send a screenshot to our WhatsApp group. And you, Nayoka, I'm going to give you, as I say, three statements. Two are
Mm-hmm.
the truths and one is a lie. And you, Nayoka, have to tell me which one is a lie. But for our for our commenters, when you download the app, the first person to download the app win a prize. Simple. So Nayoka is practically doing the hard work for you.
Right, I'm over here
But if
submitting this
Nayoka
one.
tell Nayoka say she have to get it right. Because without her
Mm,
and your download, nobody wins. Nobody wins. So
no, Candice. Why you set me up like that? Yeah, set me up. You are
all
setting me
right.
up. And that's
I'm
why
not
you
go-
come on board. You know your apps, but do you know your alright? Go ahead.
I'm gonna start it off easy. Cause I'm being nice. Let me start off easy. Start
Okay.
off my book. All right. So the first app is My Digital. And as I said, you have to, for the persons in the comments, they have to download. So, no, we don't want it on your phone. You're going to have to download it and show proof that you downloaded this in the group. So, if you want to go and do that now while listening, no problem. So, Nayoka, I'm going to tell you now. So, the first one is you can pay bills on me. You can activate bundles in the app, which is cheaper than dialing star 147. Or my virtual assistant's name is Rose. Which one is a lie?
You said your virtual assistant is Rose, and you said for it's cheaper than star 1476.
Star 147 number sign.
Oh, why miss a six? Mercy. But I think that one is the lie. It's not cheaper. I believe it's the same. It's the same cost.
All right. All right. I'm waiting for
I
your
get
your
that.
your
I get that.
I'm waiting for your commenters. I'm waiting for one of them to show me in the
Guys,
group
am
that
I right? I've never used the customer service the chat section. So I'm not sure if it's Rosa.
so you guys don't want to win credits. I don't love how fast slow you guys moving. Yes, Tamia, I am happy to be here. I'm happy to
All
be
right, so
here.
we're waiting on somebody to tell me if that's right.
All right, so Nayoka is wrong.
I am. It's Rose,
You're
right?
wrong. Yes, it's Rose. I don't. It should be. I should beat you. Take off the shirt because you're
No, I
supposed to
tell you,
know
I've
this.
never used. To be honest, I know that normally it used to be the same cost. I don't know if there has been a change.
No, it's cheaper
Teach
in the
me,
app. That's
teach
why you
me.
should have the app on your phone.
And that's the thing. I do have it on my phone, so that's
So
fine with
tell you
me.
also activate
I
your
don't know.
service. I don't like that for you.
Don't pull me out like that. Don't do me like that,
I
Candy.
don't love that for you. So the actual chat virtual assistant's name is Ruby. Ruby.
Ruby. Okay,
Ruby, yeah. See,
I
Tanisha, you
remember
got
that.
it, but I don't see a download in the chat. I'm not seeing. Wait, I see something. All right, you win, Tanisha. After meeting, you can come and win your credits. Big up you. As Alison say, you come out every week. Every week.
Right?
All right. So we're going to do. I have two more, but I think I'm going to do one more depending on how the time goes. So I'm going to give you the harder one now, Nayoka.
Hey, Candy
So,
just set me up for fail now.
so this app, everybody knows Babe and Sports Max and Loop, but I don't really hear anybody like talk about Game Nation. So we're going to talk about Game Nation today. So,
What?
so head start for the persons that are downloading it. You're not going to download it from the Safari, from Apple Store or Play Store. Play Store. You're going to go on Safari or Google and type in www.playgamenation.com. So your proof to me now is once you log in and sign in and create an account with Game Nation and send the screenshots in the group, your credit that. Your credit that. So sending you guys off to work. Nayoka time. So Game
What?
Nation. Game Nation. I have a variety of games such as football, basketballs, and puzzles. All game sessions are free per game, and you can win credit weekly when you finish the top five. When you finish in the top five.
Start up again?
So repeat
I think
them.
they were joined together. Yeah.
All right. So in this app, you have a variety of games such as football, basketballs, and puzzles. The next one, all game sessions are free per game. And lastly, you can win credits weekly when you finish in the top five.
I feel like me do an exam.
I
I'm
started it
never
off
study.
easy. You can't
I'm
get
never
everything.
study.
But this I don't like this. Why you have this? Why you have this on your shirts?
Calm
Why
down now. Calm down.
you have it on
Calm
your shirt?
down.
You
Is it
should be
after today?
knowing.
Is it after today? I look how many of the brain last week. Is it after today? I gonna know all of them.
You should
I gonna
know your
change
digit
everything.
ups. So
But
let me
I know that
know.
with Game Nation, you are able to win prizes and surprises when you play games,
Mm-hmm.
right? And So you said they win credit when you're in top five, and you said that they have football puzzles and other games. What was the second one?
The second one was all game sessions are free per game.
I think I the last one, the top five.
The top five? That's what you
Boy,
think?
can this number that egg me? But I don't think.
That's your final answer?
Guys, I'm sorry. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry.
That's your final answer?
Yes, my final answer.
You sure?
I'm not gonna make it out of me, I'm sure. That's my
You
final
sure?
answer.
Oh, sure. 100?
Like 80%.
All right. Nobody else wants to give a little hints? Tell her yes, no, she's on the right track. All right. Why, Nayoka? You trouble me every week. You tell me, say, you're not back at the class. You're not back at the class, but today, you're behind the class. I can kindly get back your shirt, please, because you don't deserve to wear it right now. No.
Oh my god.
No. So the one that is the lie is the one that says all game sessions are free per game. So in Game Nation,
But why?
In Game Nation,
you know what catch me? The fact that because when I always see it always says you're able to play for free. So that's why.
But you have some games you're free. Some games, some games where you have to pay like $25 up to I think $150. So yeah, everything in life can't be free now. But you have some free games.
Sometimes Candice being at the back of the class kind of have its advantage because I'm learning now. You see, I give me intel, I give me a lot of information. Mega better next week.
Guys, what do you think? I should take Nayoka's shirt. Don't. I should take Nayoka's shirt.
I'm going to be better next week.
So how does anybody want to download Game Nation? I can keep the credits in that. I have no problem. I think I'll owe Giselle. I can keep the credits in that. I can keep the credit. All right. Do we have one time for one more, Nayoka, or that's it?
Let me confirm. We can do one more, the last one.
Right,
but so me can do.
We'll do the last one. See, I gave you one. I gave you a hard one. I gave you an easy one. So let's give you a next easy one. I was nice to you this week. So this last
I'm gonna know why I'm still got at the back of the class now. All right, go ahead.
This last app is Bip. Everybody know Bip because if you're not bipping here,
I use Bip enough so if I feel myself today.
Why not you want a beating? If you're not bipping, you're slipping. You're slipping.
I'm bipping up, but I hope I get it right.
All right, so the first one, you can watch status on me. Second, there is a channel where you can join to win prizes. Lastly, you can have a group call with up to 10 persons. So as usual, show the screenshot in the group and yeah.
So I know that I can watch status come up, post status from Bip. I'm bipping. And nobody not come from Bip though. So I don't know about the call part, Nobody no one call me. Nobody over FMA. I'm texting over FMA and I'm sorry. But that's fine. But I think it's the one that says there's a channel that you can go on to win here. Because I know you can do a video call up to a good amount of people.
A good amount of people. How much people?
Let's say what you say.
10 almost.
Candice, I use it, but there are some features that I don't use. Because nobody not come upon Bip, but that's post status.
I think everybody in the chat needs to come and have a group call with you.
Right.
Because it sounds like you're unsure. It sounds like you're unsure.
The call part for you. Like I've never used Bip to call. I've used it to text and post status and respond to status, but I've never done a call on Beep.
On beep. All right. So what's your final answer again?
And it's somebody crucified me. Just tell me and then break my heart and then break my heart.
I'm just asking what's your final answer?
The one that says that you can, there's a channel that you can go on to win games.
All right. That's the answer.
The other two are true.
That's the answer. Okay. Tanisha in the group sent beep. So Tanisha, let me ask you this. Why you never do Game Nation? You know, on next credit. You win the beep or you win the mileage. You said, oh, I'm to Game Nation. You guys don't want the hard work. I don't like that. Don't like that. So I keep in.
So after meeting, I'm literally going to download these games and learn. I'm like, come, yeah, you can this. Mega download Game Nation.
So that last one, you know, if I was really a showmaker, me that say Tanisha not get it because I said that you guys have to be hand in hand. Now you can make you get. But you know,
What?
I'm going to be festive. I'm in the giving mood, kind of. So I'm going to
I
make
got it wrong. No, I just know.
Of course, 3 out of 3. Now, can you get wrong?
I've never used the call section of it. I'm not.
I think, sure. As I said, I'm taking your shirt. You're banned from wearing that shirt until you know. Until you know. You guys agree with me, right?
They don't watch out. No, you agree with her. You see how she do me? It's the fact that I have them, but I don't use all the features. But that's
the
only one I don't have is Game Nation.
Taking your shirt. But, you know, I can't, because I can't allow these, you know, publicly to have my friend out here in the back of the class. I'm going to give you a 0.5, because the big one was a trick question.
I told you the beep. I didn't know that you had a channel to win games.
Yes, you can join the channel and I get you can enter to win some prizes and surprises. You know what? Digicel always giving away.
Yeah,
we love our customers. Look at me, it sound like I work at but we love Digicel, right? So yes, Nayoka, you get your 0.5, and just because I felt sorry for you, gave it away. Because I have any more. Let me look.
I'm learning that it's a learning spree for me at this point. You're teaching me today.
Let me see if I have one more, but
or we can talk about something if you want to talk with me.
Yes, I don't have any more, so I guess we can talk. Because I know you want me on screen, you know, so we can talk. What's going on, Nayoka? What's been happening? What's happened this week?
New?
Has there been anything new?
I can't remember myself.
I can talk about it, but we're going to, you know, sensitize it in terms of, there's a video going around. I don't know if everybody, I won't call any names or anything, but I'm just going to about what the video was, concise what the video was about. So a specific person, a young lady, she said that practically was supposed to live her life at 20, should be outside when we're 20.
I know what you're talking.
We should be outside since we're 20, and life starts at 30. So what you think about that? Thinking that we should have all fun and games when we're 20 and settle down business wise when we're 30, going to invest.
I saw somebody post on that, and the person saying, if I do that, mega broke. Right? I began laugh out loud. Because why am I going to spend all my earnings in my 20s? Now, so you can't have your me time, right? You can have your days that you treat yourself. Not have to be no big splurge or nothing, right? But at the same time, you can do that if you want for once in a year. But you're going to have fun in your 20s. Then in your 30s, you'll kill up yourself to try to catch up back for all of that time. Them always say time, you know. Time can never be regained.
Time, because when you look at it, you know, 25, you're halfway there to 50 quarter, and then you must live until you're 100, you know. You might not make
I
it
don't
till 100,
agree.
you know.
I just don't agree. There's
I
nothing
don't.
else I can say on it than I don't agree.
But then everybody has their own values, their own goals, their
Right?
own aspirations in life. So you can't knock somebody's for their opinion.
Exactly. And the funny thing is too, what might work for us might not work for the person. And what if the person makes it well in their 30s, not when in
Mhm.
their 20s? It's a win-win for her. But
Yeah, but
at the same time,
I was just wondering because since we're FMA and we're all about growing, investing, building ourselves, I wanted to get everybody's opinion because we're university students,
yeah.
have different takes on life. If after university we plan to put down degree and every pan, as your granny would have say, every pan we knock,
You
know,
want to go.
you want to go exactly. But yeah, so what else is there, Nayoka? Anything else you want to talk about?
I'm trying to think if there was anything that I saw. For some reason, my mind is blank.
Same. I'm trying to think of it.
It's just that this week was just into the school. Like I take my moments and I go on Instagram, like my 10 minutes or my 15 minutes. That probably turn into 30. But um, I don't think there's anything else. I think there's a lot of stuff that we probably are going over, probably not
Mm.
recalling. So if anybody in the chat has any topic that they want us to talk on, that should be fun. I know Tamia always in the media and for Tamia and all that stuff.
Right. Well,
Tamia
I
knows
was
stuff.
looking on the internet now. I saw an article this morning about UK, but it's still Jamaica, about Prince Harry and Meghan, how they're telling them that they want them to leave UK altogether. The home that they have in there, I think his
Mm-hmm.
grandmother gave it to him. They're kicking him out. What's
Of the
your take?
country itself.
Yeah, of the country because they always had a problem with him and Meghan. I guess they
Mm-hmm.
want to kick him out entirely, tell him to find somewhere else to live. But based on what I am getting is that his grandmother gave him the house that is in the UK, and but because they can't find anything else to hate on them, they're saying, okay,
Yeah.
you need to come out. So what do you think about that? I mean, for me, they always, since
Oh.
Meghan stepped in the picture, they just found every reason not to like her.
So I've been saying that Charles gave the home to William. I did not see it in the media. I did not see that one. But I know they have not it has not been in their favor since she has been a
Mm-hmm.
part of the family. And it's something else I don't like because even if we're from two different backgrounds, it should not define our future. Everybody should love everybody. Like,
All
yeah,
right, so
it's
let
just,
me
and
let me
I love how. Go ahead.
let me bring it to home then. You're in the same situation in the terms that you bring home somebody to your mother
Mm-hmm.
and your mother doesn't like them. What are you? You're in a relationship. You love them and whatever, but your mother and everybody opinion that you think you'd value, they don't like them. What are you going to do?
So yes, so the funny thing about that note is, if I'm talking to somebody, nobody in my family even knows. That's the funny thing because I'm not. I guess I'm just that private. But in regards to if them knowing, I value their opinion, yes. But at the same time, the key word there is that it's their opinion. It's not
Mm-hmm.
what I think about the individual. So if you cannot accept the person who I love, I mean, I just have to separate myself from my family. I have they say when you start a relationship, you're now creating your own family. That's my family, but at the same time, I still have to think about my immediate family. I still care and love for you all, and I'll be with you. But I'm not gonna make full opinions degrade or mash up what me have. And that's why I respect him that much because he goes the extra mile for his wife, and it just I really love the relationship that they have and how they communicate with each other. So Candice, what's your view on that if it was in?
So
like
why you
something
bring it
happened in
back
your
to
life.
why you bringing it back to
I'm just
Candice?
asking. I'm just asking.
You
I
bring it
mean, we
back.
all have our different views. What if you would leave the person because your family says, I don't like the person?
Well, as you stated, the opinion, you value the opinion, yes, but at the end of the day, you know, it's not me and my family are together. It's me and the person.
Yeah.
And even if they're saying that, okay, they see qualities that they don't like and he's not good, let me find out. Let me make these mistakes. Because, some persons, we're into a new era now, and you have our parents grew up in a totally different era. So, and there's things
Mm-hmm.
in our era that they aren't accustomed to. And you have some parents that will just say they cut it off from the start. They don't give room to grow, or don't they aren't open-minded. I'm not talking me personally, but I'm just saying you have some parents that are like that, and from they see something that they didn't grow up on, they're like, no, 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 no. So I mean, I think I should be able to make the mistake and make the problems and find out if the person is bad, then make me make this mistake. And then I come home crying to you and say you were right. But
Such a
suppose you
okay,
come to
go.
me and you tell me that, and then nothing like that happens. So I can come back to you and say, you were wrong. I am right. See, love matters.
So I would say that you would take it into consideration. I'm not saying I wouldn't take it into consideration. Like, it's your opinion at the end of the day. And yeah, I'm going to listen to what you're saying. But as Candy said, let me find out on my own. Let me see if that's the person's true intention. Because people do change, you know. He might have been with Lisa and things never work out with him and Lisa. And it probably was not his fault. But the way how Lisa portrayed it, everybody thinks that, oh, I did see him fault, you know? So let me find out. He might change for me, you know, whatever. Let me find out. I'm not
And if you
saying
don't
that's my
change,
life, trust me.
Nayoka, if you don't change, you
If
just
him
say,
don't change, but
okay.
just go back home like Candice say and say, oh, much gotta listen, you know. But we live and we learn, and that's just the moral of it. We just live and learn. Like there is no like how you get a manual for a new equipment that you buy. There's no manual for a person. I saw today on Instagram where somebody said they wish they had this 5 minute trailer of everybody that they meet so they know what they're getting themselves into.
But I
That would be
don't
fun.
think even, sorry to cut you, but I don't think a 5 minute trailer, because you can meet somebody that's good today and then later down in life you realize that they changed for the wrong reason, or them turn, they're like, this wasn't the person that I knew. Who is this person?
Right?
So I don't know. We are young. We are supposed to make mistakes because that is what
Hmm.
life is. Everything in life is a lesson. So
That's
you can
true.
take a little one or two from your granny or from your mother, or from your father, but let me make the mistakes. You made your mistakes. Obviously, I know I'm not going to make some of the mistakes you make, but I have to make mistakes too in order to learn.
That's right.
So I guess it was good talking to you. I know you guys missed me on screen. I know you missed me every minute in the on the screen. Where's Candice? Candice this, so Candice was here.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining me, though, Candice. I enjoyed the icebreaker and I learned a lot from that icebreaker. I'll let you touch on
Yes, I'm
later.
not giving you back the
But
shirt
yeah,
until you
she's
deserve
going to
it.
crush on me, guys. But I'm going to learn. I learned from my mistakes, like you said. Life is a lesson that we have to make mistakes. So I made my mistake
Yes.
and I'm learning.
You must work back for the shirts. Work back for the shirts.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that this week for sure. But thank you so much for joining, Candice.
Bye.
Bye. All right. So we're getting closer to our guest speaker, and with that being said, I will be giving our guest speaker introduction. Okay. So Mr. Campbell is a marketer and entrepreneur in the entertainment industry. He started his career as a journalist for the Jamaica Observer before moving on into marketing at the Wisinko Group, where he would later become a brand manager, with products like Boom, energy drink, and ironing. After leaving corporate Jamaica, Mr. Campbell joined Dream Entertainment as their marketing and sales manager in 2019, where he would oversee the sales and marketing for brands like Exodus Carnival and Dream Weekend. Although still very much a part of the Dream team, Mr. Campbell recently created his own marketing firm, Chieftin Marketing Consultants. The company currently handles booking of artists as well as event creation, event logistics, execution, and management. Put your hands together and send some fire emojis in the chat for our guest speaker today, Mr. Chiefin Campbell. Come on, guys, send your fire emojis and let our guest speaker feel welcome for this week.
I feel, am I in the room?
Yes, you are. I'm seeing you clearly.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't think I can. I think it's you alone. I can say I can.
Yes, you're
We
just
have a
going to
bunch
see
of people
me.
here.
Everybody else. Yes, I'm seeing you. Everybody else is in the comment section.
Fine. Um, can you hear me well enough?
Yes, I'm hearing you. We have a bit of breaking up going on, but I understand with the technology.
Yeah. I'm gonna first apologize. Uh, and internet friendly in a more internet friendly environment. But I recently just left an interview at Zip um, for an event that we have this weekend. I've been doing has been so. But I had to do my best to ensure that I made it here um, on time. So I am actually very happy that I'm literally, you know, trying to get this done. So I really hope that you guys will bear with me, and I hope you can hear me and hear me well enough. And for any little internet disruption, just bear with me.
Absolutely.
So the introduction was pretty decent. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you, Nayoka. As good.
You're
Um,
welcome.
I sound, I sound older than I feel. You know. Um, I really appreciate this because I remember when I was going to school, I don't remember us having many opportunities like this to interact. A lot of my friends who were very much interested in being in the entertainment industry, they learned everything that they knew about entertainment at the time from going to classes. I remember even myself, for me to get any um what do you call it, any scholarly advice on entertainment, it would actually be in lectures by Donna Hope and Ragashanti and Sonia Naya, which I mean at the time were very good, but you know, a lot of these people weren't necessarily involved in the day to day. um, activities, entertainment activities, and so a lot of what they're doing, even though it was good for us in terms of the gaining the knowledge, and the critical thinking behind the industry, there was not much first-hand knowledge, on their part. So I'm actually very grateful that and appreciative that we have these forums where we can actually discuss what it is that we actually do. And so the topic that we're discussing today is surviving the entertainment industry. And as you know, there's a lot to survive. So um I don't know if well, because I can't see anybody, but I don't know if anybody believes it's easy to survive in the entertainment industry, or if it's difficult. However, the one thing I could say is if you love it, it's fulfilling. Absolutely fulfilling. Um, the entertainment industry is a tricky industry to be in. In fact, there's no sure way of getting what you call a lucky break. There's literally no sure way of getting there. Like sometimes, I mean, people will tell you that it's this, it's that, but there's really no sure way of getting there. um at the end of the day, one thing's for sure: it's literally about who you know and how hard you work. um like, people don't stress that enough. This business is literally about who you know and how hard you work. um and that's literally surviving the industry in one sentence: who you know and how hard you work. um the truth is, though, in order for anyone who wants to be here to survive the industry, you must first learn. In fact, you need to learn how to navigate it. um um I know, like, we, especially when we're young, we have a lot of ideas, and ideas are very important. Like, I I think that that ideas work in different times. So there's a great misconception, right, that a lot of entertainment enthusiasts have. Great, everyone gets great as well, and that is not the case. It's not true. And we have to get that out of our heads. As I said, ideas aren't bad, but the idea that you have that is great may not be the best idea for the particular project that you're working on. Um, I know, like, I'm great at ideas. I've been doing it, like, the craziest ideas that will just come up, especially when I'm asleep. I'll think of the craziest things while I'm sleeping, and I will jump up. And I used to do it. I still do. I would wake. Well, like, I remember when I was at Wisink, I'd wake my boss up like at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Like, yo, I just came up with the baddest idea, craziest thing. Um, and and for me, I enjoyed doing that because if I went back to sleep, I'd probably forget it. So I needed to express, and in that moment, when I express that idea, they're understanding the excitement that I feel from getting that idea, because there's nothing that could convince me that that's a bad idea and that the idea won't work. To be honest, I'd say maybe 4 out of 10 times they're not great ideas. and maybe 4 to 10 times they don't work in that moment at that time for that project. But always write your ideas down and keep them. Keep your ideas, no matter what it is, keep them because those ideas may end up saving you, right? Um, I've learned that not all ideas are great at the time that you come up with them, but you know what? They might be great for another project. So don't throw them away, keep them. Another misconception is that just because we have a quality product means that people will buy it. Yeah, that doesn't work, especially in entertainment. Um, and I've learned that. So we have to get that thought out of our head as well. Uh, just because your product is great, it's an amazing product, does not mean that people buy it. And that's also what makes the entertainment industry difficult. Because think about how many amazing artists exist, entertainers, how many great songs exist, and nobody buys them. You'll probably you'll probably see some people winning Grammy awards that you've never heard of. Never.
That's
Like
true.
you're thinking of a song that is so good, but nobody's buying the song. Nobody wants to hear that artist. It's a really great artist, but nobody's buying it. Just because the product is good doesn't mean that people will buy into it. And that's exactly how our business works. It is it is a difficult thing to break into, but there are ways that we can, and there are ways that we can navigate that. A lot of great products flop, unfortunately. So don't don't let that get you down, because I know that a lot of us, when we create things, and people who are in this business of entertainment are generally creatives. And a lot of the times when we create things, we are so passionate about it. We hold these things so personal, like this is our baby right here. And when it doesn't work, it really puts us down. But the truth is, we are like one of millions of people who have great products that just don't work. So don't let that put you down, because maybe what we are missing is a key ingredient that will make that product sell, will make that product be something that everybody wants in their life. Believe me. I should know. I used to sell Iron Aid. It was a great product, but for whatever reason, we just couldn't move it off the shelves. It's just everything. And Wisinko probably has the biggest distribution in the entire Jamaica, and no matter what, um, our our customers would just not take it. They just didn't want it. I'd go to stores and see the product on the shelves expired. Nobody's buying it, and that's just the nature of the business sometimes. For whatever reason, people just not buying it. So, um, that said, one of the first things that I want uh us to understand in navigating this business is that you have to know and believe. You have to know and believe that this is a path that you want to take in life, because there are going to be so many things that will set you back. You have to know that this is it. Believe in it, that this is what you want, and be sure of that. Because this business will consume you, right? Call me at this time. Hello? Yeah, sorry about
You
that.
went out just now,
Yeah,
yes.
so yeah, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, so what I was saying is it's a business that will consume you. It's a business that will consume you. And when I say know and believe, that's exactly what I mean. Know it within your bones that this is what you are meant to do, that this is your calling. Even if mommy and daddy don't understand, even if your friends don't get it, your boyfriend or girlfriend doesn't understand, your they won't understand. My own mother has never understood my need to live the life that I live. Never got it. Wanted me to have a 9 to 5, sit behind a desk in an office all day. I did it. I tried it. Um, but when you know that your path is different and your calling is different, you know, it's when you know it, you do everything that you need to do to be there. And the entertainment industry, it needs that. Um, eventually, my mother saw where my love for this business has taken me all over the world. And eventually she became supportive. I remember my own partner once told me that she didn't quite understand what it was that I do, or how it supports um, my lifestyle. Bear in mind, she met me um, a month before COVID. So at that time, there was literally no entertainment. There was nothing. There's our bread and butter, our livelihood, everything about the entertainment industry was just shut down. And so, when everybody was going to work, to their daily jobs, we were like, okay, what's going to happen now? What do we do with our life? But the truth is, as I said, it's something that you believe in, and you know it, that this is what you have to do. You just don't stop. Um, 3 years later, she's understanding that no, the point is, you just have to know it and believe that this is the path that you want to take, and nothing can take you off that path. Once you come off that path, it's difficult to go back. It's like, I don't know if you've ever heard the story of Sisyphus, that cursed by the gods, having to roll the boulder up
No, I don't think I have.
yeah, all right. So Sisyphus it's a Greek mythology. He was the king of Corinth. Um, very infamous for his trickery, and he did misbehave a lot. So the Greek god Zeus cursed him, and his punishment was eternal damnation, basically. So his punishment was to roll a boulder up a hill, the depth of Hades. But every time he almost gets to the top of the hill, the boulder comes down. And his punishment would be that he'd have to roll it back up. So he never gets to the top, right? And the truth is, sometimes the entertainment industry is like that. Um, if you come off that path, you literally never get there to that top, because that's exactly what it will be like having to, the up and down all the time. Um, Once you know it, you believe it, no matter what setback you have, make your mind up that this is what you want to do. Because surviving the industry, navigating through it, and emotionally, have to believe in it like 100%. Make your mind up and don't stop. Now, the second thing is, you have to know about the industry. A lot of us, we see everything around, we the different aspects, the different realms, different facets, the different parts, moving parts of the entertainment industry, but we don't necessarily know it. Before you look for a job in this industry, you should know whether oh, we're good. All right, yeah, you know which part of the industry you want to work in. That's very important. whether you want to go into television, film, music, events, whichever it is, just decide what it is that you want, which part you want to be in, and learn everything you possibly can about that. You see, because this will allow you to find the best positions to help you kickstart your career instead of getting stuck in something that you don't necessarily like, and it's going to make you miserable. Because there's nothing worse than being miserable in something that you have to get up and do every single day. It's horrible. You don't want that. You take that out on everybody. You just don't do it. Um, know what you want, learn about it, do your homework on the major companies in the industry, who runs them, read as much as you can about the industry and the industry giants, so that when you get yourself in certain positions where you're quizzed about it, you'll know exactly what to say. You know how to respond to these things. You know who to talk to. The information is out there, so just find it, read as much as you can, um, and learn. Even if you're not ready to apply for jobs, make sure you look for the job descriptions, the types of positions that you're interested in. It's always useful to learn about all the different opportunities that are available in the entertainment industry, because we might think that we like this. I used to think I wanted to be a journalist for the rest of my life, right? I thought I wanted that. I enjoyed writing. I really, really did. I still do. I thought that was what I wanted until I tasted something else. I was like, wait, no, this tastes better, right? So learn as much as you can about the different parts so that you can decide exactly what it is that you'd want to do. I remember I said I wanted to be a lawyer when I was in high school. That's for sure. Um, as a teenager, I was a creative. Um, I wrote short stories in high school, poetry, songs. I love the arts. And so that's exactly how I actually got my start, because my mother um, got me an internship at the Observer when I was 17. I was still in high school. So I became a teenage writer. And so at that time, when you're a teenage writer, you get to experience every part of journalism. So whether it's entertainment or sports or news or social stuff, you get to experience every single part, so you know exactly what you wanted. It wasn't just a hobby for me. I wanted to learn. I wanted to learn radio. I wanted to do TV. I wanted to do everything. And I did a little bit of everything. I did radio hosting. I hosted TV programs. But all these things kind of put me in it showed me exactly where I wanted to be, because it gave me the opportunities to go outside and to do event reviews, and I'd meet event organizers, and my reviews would be scrutinizing their events. I'd be telling everybody what was wrong with this event, and the music was trash, hated it, or this wasn't good, the food wasn't good, the lines were too long. I did all of that. But as a journalist, you get the creative license to give exactly as you saw it. But it also, when talking to patrons, it also gave you an insight into what regular patrons are thinking of the events. So when you interviewed a regular patron, they'd be able to tell you that they didn't like this about it. And so in that, I took that opportunity to learn as much as I possibly could by talking to regular people. As much as I was talking to the event organizers, I was talking to regular people. And my mother, who didn't understand why I was in the entertainment business, didn't even realize that she was the one that put me there in the first place. So you know because I was able to do all those things, the media introduced me to entertainment, and what I did the whole time was learn as much as I possibly could about it. So in addition to knowing and believing, that this is what you want, everything is a lesson. take every moment, every opportunity to learn. Ask questions, read, and put yourself in positions where you can learn. The who's of the business, where to find them, what brands and events that they are associated with. And the truth is, I spent all of my college life doing this. Like, um, I know that I missed a lot of classes because I was literally on the road all the time. By the way, I'm definitely not saying that you should do that ever, like ever. But I was working, so it was for me. I remember having to call my lecturers or email them to explain my situation, that I was doing these things, and the truth is, they were very supportive as well. So um, and that's one of the greatest things that's one of the things I liked about when I talked to students at Utech, because I went to UE, and we didn't have those hands-on programs where we were graded on those activities, because if we were, then I'd have probably got a first class honors or something. But it was different. Like with Utech, when you're so hands-on and doing these things, I remember being at Wisynco. I was invited to seminars, like marketing seminars or stuff like that, and I'd seen that you have to do these events and get graded on them. That, I think, is so much more important than being in a classroom half the time, because like I don't know if there's a lecturer that could look that could tell me how to do an event that they've never done in life. Like, they have zero experience in doing this. Like, I couldn't, and that's why I couldn't do it in school, because there's nobody I could talk to.
And it's funny enough
And
you said that. I was speaking to a schoolmate of mine the other day about that same thing. Like we have lecturers who are teaching us a certain topic, yes, or even in high school, but have they done it themselves to know, hey, this is
Mhm.
exactly how you do it? And I think, as you mentioned, doing the practical or hands-on, just learning the books, it doesn't help that much. You get the knowledge, but how do I apply the knowledge, right? So I do
Exactly,
agree with you on that.
exactly. Yeah, it's a problem, and I just don't understand. But I mean, I guess they have those things at but I don't know. I remember when I was doing courses in dancehall, um, they we had to write, we had to go to like different dances, pasa wedi, and we had to write reviews on these events, first hand knowledge and stuff like that. But that's just learning about the culture or the cultural space. Um, there's no critical thinking in how to apply it, because they can't teach you that. You either have it or you don't, and you have to work towards that. But it's difficult, because how are they going to teach, how do teachers teach you how to be in an industry that they aren't in? It's just crazy. But and the truth is, which is the next topic, I don't understand how people can actually tell you or advise you on something that they actually can't do because they're in school. No, one of the most important things, the most important part of navigating the entertainment industry in order for you to survive is network. See, there's a saying that your network is your net worth, you know, and it's somewhat true. Much like other industries, becoming successful in entertainment is literally all about networking. Um, of the people that you know personally who can help you start networking. The odds are that someone knows someone in the entertainment industry, because that's literally what the job is. Networking with people in your age group who are beginning to enter the industry can help you succeed also. Many of them may not be going for the same types of jobs, but may come across job postings that could benefit you. by staying in communication with them, you can send each other postings or openings, or it's like it's literally hand in hand. Like a lot of what we do is talking to people every day. Um, don't get me wrong, not everybody you're gonna network with will or can help you, and that's the truth. We want them to. We think it's everything is going to lead to something else, but the truth is, no, not everybody that we come across and we seek to network with will or can help us. Um, However, there's always something to learn from them. Um, I don't think that it's impossible to learn things from everybody. I think that if we actually pay attention, there's something to learn from every single person we come across. Um, or we literally just need to listen twice as much as we speak. Them always say that's why we have two ears and one mouth. Listen twice as much because there is something to learn from everybody. Um, Take everything in and then decipher what makes sense. It's just like if you're reading um, any literary um, piece, you take everything in and then you make your critical notes about what you want to take from it. For me, the observer is me, and because of that, I was able to. I think growing up, I was shy and I a little antisocial, um, and I was forced in a position where I had to meet new people all the time. You have FMA, and at the time I had Teenage Observer, and the Observer gave me the opportunity to write and edit, magazines. We met the players in the first year of university, maybe first, second year. I was organizing school tours all over the island, like everywhere. So I was everywhere meeting different people, but the Observer gave me that opportunity. And now we have an opportunity where you are to meet different people, different players in the industry. And I don't believe that I don't believe that anybody is insignificant, is what I should say. There is something to take from everyone, and I took those opportunities, even though it started as fun. It became something I was passionate about. Um, I did the work, I learned, and eventually I was invited to work with Novia McDonald White. I don't know if you know Novia. Um, Novia is a senior lifestyle editor at the Jamaica Observer. She does food awards, business leader awards. Um, you know, like she's in the entertainment and lifestyle industry in Jamaica. She is up there as one of those top persons. And I think my life became different when I started working with Novia because the expectations were different. It wasn't. I understood that in that moment that this business was no longer fun. All the fun in this business left um in that moment because whatever it is that I knew before, rubbish. It's like it's a different level. It's like comparing CXCs to Cape. That's the disparity between what I knew before and what I was learning now with her. Um, and she would say that she doesn't believe in competition. Like she's gonna stop the competition before they even have a chance to breathe. And she believed in it and she lived that. I would go to work in the mornings and I'd be quizzed about what was in the Daily Mail. And the Daily Mail wasn't even a Jamaican newspaper, but I had to read every newspaper every morning to know what was going on everywhere, because she could have asked me any question on any given morning and I had to know, right? It was like that, you know. Yeah, our experience became different because now we're no longer reading Gleaner and Star or competitors, but now we got to read Cosmo and Vogue and People, you know, because that's also entertainment, that's lifestyle. We have to know the designers that people are wearing. We have to be able to look at what somebody's wearing and know exactly which designer it is. Um, we had to we had to see all these people and not ask them their names because we're supposed to know who they are. It became like literally muscle memory now. Like we are being drilled to be to have knowledge on everything every single day. Um, and the truth is that's how I ended up meeting a lot of the people who before Dream Entertainment became Dream Entertainment. And even after we that's how I ended up meeting a lot of those people. A lot of the people that I met was because I was working with Novia. Um, I knew every chairman, every director of any major company in Jamaica. We were all on first name basis. And so when I walked into Wisynco, I was already friends with William Mafood because they were friends with Novia. So that network, we were like, you know, that network was it for me. And robbing politicians, anybody in the entertainment business, food business, clothing business, even if it wasn't something I was interested in, I made it my duty because I believe she wanted that. I made it my duty to learn all about all these people and what they did. Um, it was a lot to endure. It wasn't fun half the times, to be honest. It really wasn't, but it was necessary. And this part of the business is something that it won't always be fun, but it's necessary for you to do because it's going to shape. Uh, it's literally going to shape your future. You know, um, there's no hard skill in the entertainment industry. It's not like you're a doctor that you're going to be in surgery all day. Your job, your biggest job, your hardest job is all the networking that you'll have to do. For you to survive, you have to continuously network. Phone calls to be made. You have to trade information with people. Sometimes people you don't even like. Personally, you don't like them. But you have to trade information. You're trying to find projects, then you're trying to find the people who are going to fund those projects, then you need to find the people who are going to buy those projects. That is literally your life. You're constantly giving and taking a lot of information. And that's why networking is so important. It takes time. In many situations, it takes years to cultivate relationships. So this is where knowing and believing comes back in because it takes patience, a lot of patience, a lot, a lot of patience, um, to build these relationships and to keep them. Um, Eventually, all after building relationships, you'll start to get a lot of yeses from people. Just random conversations. Yeah, anything you ask for, yes, because they know you know, they trust you, they like you. It's a lot of all the social events where the drinking and the clinking of glasses and the fake laughs that you laughed with people for all those years. They like you now. You're okay. You're one of us. You know, we're one of you. Okay, cool. We're friends now. Yeah, man. You need this. Okay, cool. Yes, you're gonna get. Eventually, you're gonna get a lot more yeses than no's. Um, And people, a lot of us in the entertainment industry, we underestimate the value of cultivating relationships, and we underestimate the value of keeping those relationships going. This is a social business. Your job every day is to be social, unfortunately. So um you can imagine how tough it is for someone who is antisocial to be in the entertainment industry, because it is not optional.
I was just about to ask you about being an introvert and being within the entertainment industry.
Yeah. All right. When I tell people that I'm antisocial, they don't believe me. But that's because I learned I learned to separate what I do for a living from who I am as a person. Um, I chose it, and when you understand that you chose something, that you chose that life, you chose for everybody to have access to you, for them to have your phone number, you chose it. You can't say today no, because that was the life that you chose. It's the same thing with celebrities. You chose that life. When people comment on your page or they say bad stuff about you, why are you going to get mad about it? Don't get mad. You chose it. That was the life you wanted to live. We we are all allowed to give our opinion on something. If we don't like something about someone, we just don't like it. It's my prerogative if I want to share that on a social platform. But you put yourself out there and gave me something to talk about. If I want to talk about it, I'm going to talk about it. You chose that life. You chose to be public. So I can't I can't get mad for someone who calls my phone constantly, bothering me about things. I don't feel, which is why if somebody reaches out to me to share information or knowledge, I'm going to respond. I'm going to accept, because this is the life that we chose. We asked for it. So it is it's not optional to be antisocial in the entertainment industry. Our job is to be social. And for you to be successful, you have to be able to be social. Um, there's a uniqueness about the social aspect of the business, but and it also has its pitfalls too. Um, One of the mistakes that people make is being afraid to approach other people. You can't be, especially if you believe that that person is a great net person to be in your network. You can't be afraid to approach them. You can't be afraid to ask questions. You can't be afraid to follow up. Don't don't think, even if you're a bother, it don't matter. Doesn't matter. Don't Even if you think that you're a bother, it doesn't matter. Right? You can say, oh, you don't want to bother or pester this person, but when you're in this business, that's the job. You have to call. You have to follow up. You have to get that information. You know, that's the business that we're in. So don't be afraid of anything at all. Get up, get out there, and network. Get the information, share the information, follow up with people, because the classroom isn't the only place to be a student, right? Um, One another important part about surviving is, and this works for a lot of other industries too, but it's very important in the entertainment industry. You have to pay your dues. Have to. It's like a big club, you know. You have to pay your dues when you come into the door. If this is where you want to be, you got to pay your dues. Nothing in life is easy, and entertainment industry is no different. I know. All right. So last year sometime I took a booking for a show in the Bahamas. The show was heavily I soon realized that the promoter was actually a Jamaican living and working in the Bahamas. Soon as we landed, he paid us all the money. one time, literally gave us everything. No, I love that in our promoter because, yeah, I like to get paid. No, no, we're at the event, we're backstage, artists in our tent chilling, we're looking out. I hear my brethren, JR, from Chromatic screaming out him throat. Travis Chromatic, they're all there. So, I'm going out to listen and I look out and I see that I look out in the crowd and the place empty. Empty. Listen, if I count 50 people in the audience, enough. Like the place empty. I went back to the artist and I said, singer, nobody not out there. Place empty. But we're up now, our time to perform. We are professionals, so go out there, rock the stage. Everything good, we left. Next day, we found out that the promoter, it never matter how much money he spent, nobody was going to come support him. Reason being, you can't be a Jamaican promoter and get up and decide, say, you're going to put on party at Bahamas. Don't work like that. You have to pay your dues. You're nobody in that place. You can pay for as many permits, you can do whatever you want to do. They'll take your money, but they're not going to support you. Entertainment industry is very rough when it comes to that. Because the truth is we need support. And if you decide that you want to do something without the proper network, you're not going to get there. And it takes time to get there. So we know that what this man should have done was to connect with people there, create partnerships where they were the face and they introduce him to everybody else. Him decides to want to do it by himself. Nobody's gonna show up. They don't know him. They don't know him. And that's literally what it is. A lot of the times when we have a product, people are not necessarily supporting the product, they're supporting us. They're supporting who them know. And that's one of the pitfalls of the business because, as I said before, you can have the greatest product, quality product, and it still flop. Just like that. Um, the support who them know. And I remember I was writing at the Observer doing event reviews, social events, coverage, all them things there. During that time, I was working 13 to 15 hours a day. I was at work from 9 a.m. and many nights whenever I leave till 11. I didn't get home till like 12, 1 o'clock most mornings. And we were doing 6 to 7 hours, 7 days a week. Like no joke. Because we had a publication every single day. So we had to be out. We had to be at work every day doing that. During that time, we put a lot of work in. Relationships suffered, work consumed you. But that was the part we chose. Um, when I moved to Wisynco, I didn't apply for that job actually. I was invited to work there. I actually never used my degree at all until maybe like 6 years after, like man, long time after. But I never applied for the job. It was a networking that actually I was invited to an interview and I passed the interview and that's how I ended up working at Wisynco. I didn't have a job. When I left the Observer, I decided I just wanted to just chill. And I just got a call saying that, yo, what you doing? You want, okay, here we go. You have an interview. Let's do this. But that was a lot of networking. And I resigned from the Observer because I was tired. As I said, we're doing 13 to 15 hours a day, every day. It was a lot of work. But that's a part of paying your dues. It's the same thing with Dream Entertainment. When I expressed the interest in the business, they're like, yo, let's go. I left with Cinco the same thing. It was literally just network. I was already familiar with all these people. We were associates for a long time. They would have already seen my work and the value of it before I even went there, because we've been in that network for a very long, years, literally years worth of it. So it is important that you actually do the work and pay your dues and ensure that people see the work that you're doing. Like, don't ever be afraid to show the work that you do. I mean, yeah, your work is going to speak for itself, but don't hide it. Like, don't ever hide it. You know what I mean? You are doing good stuff. People need to see it. Um, I want to say to you that it is important to reinvent yourself. Never be afraid to reinvent. Um, Something used to work for you, but it's not working anymore. Not a problem. Reinvent. Maybe it didn't even work at all the first time you tried it. That's fine. Reinvent. Um, it's not the same thing as starting over. When you reinvent, you are taking the knowledge that you gained from what you were doing before, you're finding a way to refresh it so it looks, feels, or tastes different. Brand managers call it rebranding. Sometimes it's the same product but different packaging. All brands have done it. Like, it's just something that, because I don't, for some reason, we as people, we like when things are new. If it looks new, feels new, we're gonna gravitate towards it. Um, and sometimes, it's literally just the way that we survive this industry, or the market that we're in. With entertainment, you literally have to do it too. Vibes Carter was great at reinventing himself. Amazing. Um, Diablo tried to be a big DJ, tried hard to get his big break in the entertainment business. Failed until he reinvented himself and gave us governor. I mean, like, he was trying years and years and years as Diablo. Didn't work. Quick reinvention, you have to be able to do to survive. A number of artists who remain successful do it as well. I mean, I'll give you an example. Many years ago, there's an event called Osmosis. You probably wouldn't know anything about it, but Osmosis was, I was a teenager right at the time, and I covered it too. It was one of those premier food and drink inclusive events. When we talk about food and drink inclusive, Osmosis was the party. It was hot. People dress up, and a big people party. Um, Proper food courts. At the time, Osmosis was like $5,000-$6,000 a ticket, and that time was a lot of money, like enough money. So they would keep it at a place like Caymanas or Fort Charles. So really, if you never drive, you couldn't go out there, so, because you can't really afford taxi fare for go so far. So it was a great party. Now the VIP for that event was about $8,000-$10,000 at the time. And the VIP for that party was called Cabana City, right? So when the promoters realized that there was a time the event was getting to a point where things needed to change, it never seemed possible that things could go awry. So they killed Osmosis. Osmosis died, and they created Cabana City. So they literally took the VIP from the event and created an event in itself and called the event Cabana City. You walk into Cabana City, it literally had the same energy, same promoters, same organization, food court, food and drink inclusive, but a bunch of cabanas around the place. Um, Different packaging. All the elements remain the same basically, but it was rebranded to look and feel different. It was a risk, especially because they raised the price. Um, but it became successful. And in this business, if you don't risk it, you not get the reward. You know, so much so that that event created a cabana culture in Jamaica. Because now every other party they're selling cabanas for like 100,000 to 250,000. But we realized that Jamaicans like the idea of being in their own space. And that's what osmosis taught those promoters. That the VIP area called Cabana City, when you create this little area for the individuals who could actually afford to go in there, you know what? We're gonna make this a little bit more exclusive. Create the event. And then what that did, it created a different culture, a subculture of just cabanas all over the place. Another example, we had a group of promoters when we were in college, friends. I remember they created a 2000s concept event called Showtime. Showtime didn't work out. Never really work out. And Showtime, the event was named after a rhythm from the early 2000s, 90s, late 90s, early 2000s. Um, it didn't work out. They tried it again. They called the event Infinity. Um, didn't work. And so, third time the charm, them say strictly 2K. Every single time, the same theme. No, 2K is basically maybe the biggest 2000s festival in Jamaica. Um, so when you're in this business, you can't be. It is important, necessary for you to survive. Yeah, I mean, so no one believe that this is what you want. You don't to get you any reward whatsoever at all. I can't tell you the amount of times that I felt like giving up, especially during COVID. The entertainment industry is one of the hardest industries to break into. That's why a lot of people, actors, musicians that don't come. But everything that you go through, you learn from it, right? You keep it because you never know what's going to happen in the future. So don't give up. Like, it's like today, nothing is happening. Um, and all of that can change tomorrow. Literally, all you need is one good idea on one particular project, and all of that changes tomorrow. January 20, COVID hit in March 2020. Yeah, the series is going well before. After COVID, when the place opened up back a little bit, we restarted it at a different change, started dying to really kickstart it. Um, I remember I reached out to Kaya, her house, to do the event there. And at the time they seemed interested. They said, yeah man, let's do this. And we met a few times. Um, you know, but I realized that they were stringing me along and they ended up giving the business to somebody else. Of course, anybody would have been upset. I was pissed. I told them that I didn't want to do any business with them anymore. And I mean in much less nicer words, of course. But um, one day when I was dropping tickets off, we were doing. I was in an Exodus event. I was dropping tickets off because I used them as an outlet, a ticket outlet, and the manager said to me that they'd be interested to work with me to host events there. Well, they asked me if I wanted to do it, and then they apologized for what they did the last time and whatever. And I was like, I had two choices in that moment. I could get in my feelings or look at the glass half full. I saw an opportunity to build something else, to reinvent. I mean, as I said, like the ideas would come regardless, but we took the opportunity to reinvent and not write them off. And now we have Shayo Thursdays. By the way, that you're all invited to. It's free. So just come out on a Thursday at Kaya. It's all good. Um, we're giving away tickets for Exodus Remedy on Saturday, and dancehall again. So, you know, I'll see how many tickets I can find for all of you.
Hope my family are
So
hearing. I hope my FMA family is hearing this. That would be
yeah,
amazing
so
because I
yeah,
know a lot of them would be interested.
yeah, man. So yeah, man, we're doing a lot of ticket giveaways later for both dancehall again and Exodus Remedy on Saturday. So yeah, do come out. It's free to enter, of course, and if you see me, you can have drinks with me. So yeah, it is very, very important that you don't ever give up on what you believe in and what you want to do in this business. You can't give up. You believe in it, believe in your ideas, believe in yourself, and never stop networking. Continue to network and talk to as many people in the industry as possible. Um, you learn enough to make your dreams a reality. Landing a job in entertainment takes a lot of hard work and dedication. So just make sure that you have a strong understanding of the industry and what you want to do, and then put the work in. A lot of the work, as I said, has to do with networking. And you just continue working until you get to where you want to be. The truth is, you never stop learning and never stop networking. Networking is a
I
non-stop job. Just don't stop. So yeah, that's it for me today. I hope that um, it was well received, and I hope that we actually are able to take stuff from what I've said, so that we can actually um, succeed in whichever area of the business that we want to be in.
enjoyed that presentation, no doubt. I have my notes here. I wrote my notes. I
For
do
sure.
have notes.
Yeah.
Yes. So that was a wonderful presentation. I'd like to invite Shavea on screen so she's able to do your vote of thanks properly and more in
Yeah.
detail.
Sure.
Are there any questions from our members in the comment section? Guys, remember, don't be afraid to ask your questions. And as Mr. Campbell said,
For sure.
networking,
I'm
networking,
all ears.
networking is your net worth, okay? Don't forget.
I'm all ears.
I do have a question. I know you mentioned earlier that we should you mentioned that sometimes the people that you're networking with before Shelly comes on, those are the
Yeah.
individuals that you have sometimes have to get sponsorship from and they'll give you yes more. What if how do you go about getting
For
sponsorship?
sure.
That's a question. Yes.
All right. So it's two parts. Being on both sides of the fence. Um, I remember when I was at UA, I sent out a sponsorship proposal to Kimberly Lawson, who was the brand manager for Monster energy drink at the time for an event I was doing, and I got no response. Like not even I received your email. Nothing. I got no response. Nothing.
That happened to me
Um,
recently, so I understand that point.
Funny enough, that was the same woman that invited me to work with her at Wisynco. You see, it like it, which is why it's one. It's just so important the idea of networking is because, and when she hired me, I reminded her like, like that I called and emailed and you ignored every single one of my phone calls, all my emails, you ignored everything, and she laughed and was like, really? I'm like, yeah. A lot of the times, what us as promoters do, we don't get to the point in our sponsorship letters. You see, a lot of companies, they literally want to see you one thing. How can you benefit them? How can you, what can they gain from you, from this partnership? Yeah, we give companies all this big money. We request this big money from them and we're requesting products from them and execution, but we're not telling them what we can give to them in a way that they understand, because what they're looking for is a ROI. They want a return on investment immediately. And a lot of that I learned after I became a marketer and understanding how to navigate that part of the business. Um, make your proposals as concise as possible, detailed but concise, and try to do it in bullet format. So list the things that they can get from you before you ask them for what you want. So it's like making them happy before you depress them. And a lot of them, they want to see that, because the truth is, a lot of the times your events are probably good at events that they'd want to be interested in, but sometimes those 2-3 page proposals are daunting. Like nobody wants to read them, you know. But yeah, what a lot of promoters also don't do is find ways to entice a cost a brand. So it's like a lot of them, because they see so many proposals every day, they want you to do the work for them. So show the brand manager how their brand can benefit. Like how many things can this brand get from me? Okay, cool. If you sponsor me, you get to brand the stage. You get to do this. You get to own that. You get to do this. You get to put your things there. I will use my social media platform to have, and not just mine, but all of my team, which is about 1,500 people, to post your brand every single day and tag you, and then we're gonna repost this shit every single where, every single place. They want to see how it is that your product, your brand, is going to make their brand look good. You show that to them first, and then they'd be more interested in talking to you. A lot of the times, they're not even gonna open up the conversation with you because, as we say, be concise but detailed, but show them how. Show them, and a lot of companies also don't like spending money. So you have to find ways to make their product. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we're doing. Find ways to make that beverage, that brand, that beverage brand, the focal point of the proposal. So we can give you product. I don't mind taking product because I can sell that. Product is still currency. And a lot of the times when I send proposals to people, I don't ask them for a lot of money because I know them going ball. I tell them I want the other things. Because if Rare Navy sends me 3 cases of white rum, that's like 30, 40,000 a case, right? That's $3,000 a bottle, and I sell that each bottle for $7,000, and I make $4,000 profit at the bar, and that's $4,000 on 12 different bottles. That's what? That's 48,000 that you make in profit from one case. That's crazy. So you're talking about 48 from 3 cases. It might as well, you know, but ask them for the money because you're gonna make that back in cases anyways. And I remember I did that. I remember during COVID, I remember when we were doing it grand, we just got a bunch of products. And whatever it is that we didn't use, we just took it to the wholesalers and sold them. And that in itself is currency, because it was at a time also when products were scarce. I think that what we need to do as event organizers, people, when we're looking for sponsorship, is to be more creative in what we ask for. Because if a company sees that you're not asking them for any money, you're asking them for other things that will benefit the both of you and not just you, they're more willing to spend. Yeah, that was a
I
lengthy
agree.
response.
I appreciate it though. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man.
Over to you, Shavi.
Okay, thank you, Nayoka. So, Mr. Campbell, on behalf of the Future Marketers Association, we would like to extend our sincere gratitude to you for coming here today and presenting to us
Yeah.
on the topic of surviving the entertainment industry, brand, and event management. Your presentation was quite insightful, and we will forever cherish this moment. Once again, thank you, Mr. Campbell.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I appreciate that. Thank you for having me, guys. I really appreciate
I
it.
will also be
You're
sending
most
over your
welcome.
our certificate to you of appreciation, just to show extra gratitude from our family to you.
Yeah.
Not sure if you're hearing
Are
me.
we frozen? Yeah, I
Are
missed
you
that
hearing us
part.
now?
Sorry.
Yes, I was saying that we'll send
Yeah, I'm
over
hearing
your
you now.
certificate. Yes, send over the certificate of appreciation from our family to you. And we want
Yeah.
to thank you once more. A big, big thank you for coming out. And I will be following up with you on those tickets and coming out to have drinks
Yeah,
with
for
you,
sure.
as
I got you.
mentioned earlier. Of course.
I got you. For
Thank
sure.
you so much for coming, Mr. Campbell, and have a great day.
Yeah, man. Likewise. Thank you, guys. Have a good one.
Thank you. Goodbye. Bye,
Okay.
Shavi. Bye, everybody.
Okay, so thanks again, everyone, for joining us this evening. Take care.
Bye bye.
Bye.